Okay, this is the last room. The first one we had was Devoted. The second was Rodiva, and this is another easy room. So you fly away from them, or not necessarily away, because you want to be able to target them and have them fly into your missiles starting off. We don't have any neuts, and we don't have any webs, so they made this one easy for us. And we're just going to kind of putter along this way and murder them as they get to us. Anytime you can fly away from them a little bit and make them have to come to you and you get a few extra shots in, it's very useful in the Abyss. Don't fly straight into things. You will start taking a whole bunch of damage from all of them at the same time. Where with this, their speeds change. A couple of them will get in range and get some shots on you. A couple more will get in range and get some shots on you. But they'll fall back as their afterburners go, or as they die off, or other things. If you get down to about 50% shield, I haven't quite got there to a point where I'm concerned, switch to defensive mode. Defensive mode makes you take a lot less damage in these Jackdaws, which is why I'm still considering flying them in firestorms as well. Now, that's still an early thing. You can watch my other video where I definitely died. Well, okay, I didn't die. I still technically won in a tier 4 with an unmodified. I used these jacks for it like an idiot, but on purpose. And it kind of works. So I might be able to get those to work in tier 4, tier 5 fire. I don't think they'll do tier 6 because 6 is just a lot of tank to beat through. And on a good day, it's still a lot of tank to beat through, so not thinking we're going to go that route, but we'll see yet. Either way, I'm going to play with it a little bit more. I want to play with it a little bit more. So we're going to shoot these guys. We're going to clean this up. This is a relatively easy room. Again, if you need to switch to defensive, switch to defensive. If you start getting capped out, switch to defensive. If you hit 50% shield, switch to defensive. Defensive is there to save your ass. Use it. It's a lot of extra resists, and it's a lot less damage because you have a smaller form for your ship. A smaller signature radius, which puts you down to almost the size of a frigate instead of a destroyer. And frigates are a lot harder to hit than destroyers are. Alright, what do we got here? Come at me, loot. 49 million. That's not bad at all. These Jackdaws are absolutely fantastic to fly in here. A lot of people have been enjoying them. Me especially. Although I went back to Hawks. These Jackdaws taught me a lot about how I was flying my Hawks wrong. And I have 3 characters already ready for it. If you only had 2, I would almost stick with the Jacks. I really, really like the Jacks. And they've taught me a lot. They've taught me a lot. What I almost really want to do is try to give them a bigger range, but it's hard to do. You could switch this for the range one, and that should eke out a few more kilometers on that, but then you're going to lose DPS is the only thing. DPS is, doesn't matter which one I go, 330, you'll drop to 300, and I believe it is a small fuel, maybe? No. There we go. Shoot that, target those guys, target those guys. That would bring the range up to 63 kilometers, so an extra 10 kilometers, but that's not going to help you in the one room that you're very concerned about, which we haven't seen yet today, which is the Angel room. So that might help you with Karen and Overmind, and that lets you stay that extra 10 kilometers away so they don't hit you. But that's not going to save your ass when it comes to the one that matters, unfortunately. So probably don't do that, but that's an option if you want to. That would work better for tier 4s than tier 5s, but it is an option. And I shall see you for some more. Maybe today, maybe today.